Hey, Board Game Brody here with a nice review copy, a prototype copy of Grand Central Skyport by 25th Century Games. It looks like you want to know more about this game? Well, you came to the right place, so let's get going. This is the game setup here. To begin, each player will draw 2 cards from the airship deck to have in their hand. Players take turns in a clockwise direction until the station closing card is drawn, in which players will finish that round and perform one last turn with one last round. On your turn, you will place a card, move cards that are in front of you, trigger abilities on your cards, and then move on the rondel to acquire more cards. So let's talk about these steps. As the active player, you will first play a card from your hand. Different types of cards are placed in different areas of your Skyport, which is always in a line in front of you. There are 6 different colored airships, and when placing one of these, you will place it on the leftmost or the rightmost end of your Skyport. Wild Skyports are placed directly onto a stack of airships, and it will match the color of airship it is placed on top of. When a wild is placed, all other players are allowed to take an action based on the instructions given on that card. Station cards have a color for each side of it, and they are placed at the leftmost or rightmost end of a player's Skyport, and these provide ways for even more bonuses, more points. These are tycoon cards. There are 5 types, and these are placed directly under a station card, and they will stay there active till the end of the game. These cards help to either manipulate the order of your Skyport or gain you extra points. Now, you cannot play a tycoon card if you have no empty station, so think about that when playing the game. After placing one of your cards, the standard airships can be moved within a player's Skyport. The movement that can be done is listed on each card. If at the end of the card's movement there are 2 adjacent cards matching colors, they consolidate into a single stack. So you will be trying to consolidate cards of the same color into the same stack. Stations and tycoons are never moved around the player's Skyport. They are different. Some cards list movement by showing a specific number of spaces that it can be moved, while others will require a switch with another card color. Wilds are played onto a stack of any color, but then other players will be allowed to take the action listed below it, which can be moving a stack 1 space in any direction, moving a station 1 space, or switching 2 stacks with each other. These are important actions as you will want to place certain cards in certain areas of your Skyport to gain extra points. After movement, tycoon cards are activated, which will further help with movement and allow for additional scoring. The merchant and the explorer tycoons can each be activated once per turn. And there are 5 different tycoons in the game. The Merchant Tycoon says after playing an airship of a specific color or after playing a card with a compass symbol, you can move any other stack a number of spaces shown. As you gain more cargo boxes, you will increase your phase rewards. The Explorer is similar. After playing an airship of a specific color or after playing a card with a cargo box symbol, you can move any other stack or switch a stack as shown on the card. More compass symbols that you get will increase this card's phase reward as well. The Diplomat lets you adjust your movement during the acquire phase, which I will soon be covering. If you have 1 ticket icon in your Skyport, you can move 1 extra space. If you have 2 of these icons, you can move 2 extra spaces, and 3 will score you in-game points. The Supplier lets you immediately draw a card from the airship deck. Due to this, you will have a hand set now of 3 cards. Also, you can score 3 points for each icon in your hand at the end of the game. Lastly, the Inventor lets you insert airships to the left and right of the station where the Inventor has been played down, in addition to the left and right side of your Skyport. You can score 2 points for each icon adjacent to the station at the end of the game. After activating the Tycoon cards, then you will be moving your standee up to the number of spaces on the board as shown on the top left of your card that you played. There is no limit to the number of players on a rondel space, and the space where you land will trigger a type of action. The Tycoon spaces will let you choose to take the airship card from the space that you're on, or the Tycoon card from the promenade, and place it into your hand. The action space lets you take the airship card on the space into your hand and then perform the space's action if you meet the criteria. The action is you may immediately move a stack that matches your card's color 1 or 2 spaces. The station space lets you choose to draft into your hand either the card on that space, on the rondelle space, or the top card of that space's designated station deck. The complete set space lets you take the card on that space, then check to see if they have completed a required set. A full set of icons is when a player has at least one of each icon in their Skyport. A full set of airships is having one of each color airship. If you meet the condition, you will take the top complete set victory point token from its stack. This also can only be done once per game. If a player decides to take a card during their turn, then the empty space on the rondelle is replenished with a new card from the top of the airship deck. Players continue doing these steps on their turn until the station closing card is drawn. Players then finish the round, and then each player takes one final turn, and then the game ends. And scoring is then performed by scoring cards in each player's Skyport. Let's go over how to score, as this will affect your actions while you play through the game. So remember, you want to try to get stacks of similar colored cards together, because the airships score by going left to right on your Skyport, and each stack will score by multiplying the number of stars shown on the top of right by the number of cards in that stack. I'm going to steal this example from the rulebook to show you how this is done. These blues have 2 stars and 2 cards, so that's 4 points. This next card will score for the Tycoon card if you complete the shown requirement. This one is score 2 points for each cargo box, and you have to have at least 3 to unlock this. So we do have 3, 1, 2, and 3, so 2 times 3 is 6 points. Now, when your stacks match the color on the station card, it will unlock more stars to score extra points. So in this case, the orange is matched up with this orange stack. So now you get this 1 star plus these 2 from the station and Tycoon card. So now that's 3 stars times 3 cards, which is 9 points. This yellow stack has 1 star, but it also matches the banner, so that's 2 more stars. So 3 stars times 2 cards is 6 points. This second Tycoon card needs 3 tickets to score. Sadly, if you look around, we have 1 ticket here and another one here, but that's only 2, so we score 0 for this one. This purple card is next to this station with a purple banner here, so we will use these 2 stars and multiply it by 1 card, so 2 points. This yellow is straightforward, 1 star times 1 card, so 1 point. Here is an orange stack with 2 cards. The wild counts as an orange. Then it matches the orange from the station it's next to, so no stars from the cards, but 2 stars from the station and Tycoon card. So 2 times 2 is 4 points. This Tycoon is looking for icons adjacent to this station, scoring 2 points for each. Well, we have a compass here and a cargo box here, and then a compass over here, making 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 points. This blue card has no stars, and the station banner is red, so not blue, so 0 points here for it. So 4 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 0 is a total of 38 points. Lastly, each player will check to see if they got any of those extra scoring token for the sets that they made while playing the game and add that to their total score. The player with the most points then wins the game. And, well, that's Grand Central Skyport, a card game of organizing your Skyport to best score your points from your station, from Tycoon cards, and from your airships. You will need to try to perform actions to move stacks and, stack the same color of cards on top of each other, making it more powerful and to score more points. There is enough of stuff going on in this game. You can always make your Skyport somehow better with moving your cards or doing something. So not only stacking the same colored cards, but you will also want to get your stacks next to the stations that match those banner colors to score the extra 2 stars when calculating scores. You will also want to see which icons that you might need to score your tycoon cards as well. One thing affects something else, and that something else affects something else, and so on. So an efficient player might affect one thing to affect another, all in positive ways to score the most points doing that. On top of all that, the card you place also gives you your options as to which card you will potentially pick up from the board, or what action you will take when doing that. It's any space up to the number shown on that card, so you don't have to move the exact number of spaces, but anything up to it. So you can be flexible and try to get the cards that you will want and do the actions that you want to perform as well. There is a lot of good stuff in this one, a little more than the normal card game, The components aren't final, as this is, a prototype, but these pieces are lovely. I don't comment too much on the art because everyone has their own taste of what they like with the art, but the art is professional. It looks great. You can also be the judge of, the art as well. So you have different ways to score depending on your airships and the placement of them, your tycoon cards, and making sets of colors and icons for scoring tokens. And the game is, a set length due to the number of cards, and then players score according to how well they manipulated their cards and ultimately how good their Skyport is. Again, this is Brody with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table, like Grand Central Skyport by 25th Century Games. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are newish and working hard to bring to you videos like this one so you know if these games are ones that you want to get to your own table.